Today we want to talk about one of our most popular loans, and we call it a finish a project loan. We call it that because that's exactly what it does. We're here to help people finish projects. I wanted to go through a couple examples of exactly how this loan works to see if it'll fit for you and your current project. So if you have a project and it's stalling just because you don't have the money, that's what we do. That's what we're here for. That when we talk about hard money, different than banks, different than private money, we do things that other people don't. For instance, we just helped James, who had a project. He was building his house. He was building a house for himself. He got it to the point of he bought the land, he got it boxed in, did not get it weathered in, but he got it boxed in and then ran out of money. Went to the banks, asked them, like, I have this property on 5 acres. It's going to be worth $800,000 or $900,000. I just need $250,000 to finish it. All the banks could not help him. Number one, because he started a project. Big thing that banks don't like is a project that's already started because they don't know what could show up with mechanics liens. The other thing is his income. His income is a little bit lower than they liked to make sure they could do anything. But for him coming to us, he needed $250,000 to finish a project in the next 5 to 6 months to get him and his family out of a trailer that they're living right on the property. They can see the property, they just can't get in it because it's been stalled, it's stopped. So what we're able to do is give him the money. We give it to him out in escrows, draws, 70 grand up front, another 70, another 80. We're not gonna nickel and dime trying to check every box. We just want the property to CO. So however he does it, whatever his budget, we feel good to help him finish this project. Here's another way that we've helped someone finish their project. This gentleman who's a realtor, we'll call him CW, came to us. He had a property that he was almost finished with. He had a traditional loan on it. He was moving it into a short-term rental Airbnb. He had been paying as he went. He's bootstrapping it. He was a realtor, said real estate was really good in 2021 and even early 2022. Then it slowed down. Then his project slowed down. So last October, he came to us and said, can you lend me $50,000? You lend me $50,000 in a second lien position. So he kept his mortgage on the property. All we did is a loan to finish it in second lien position. It allowed him now to get the property done in time for the big season. This is the season where everyone goes up. This is a mountain property. It now allows them to actually take this property, get it done, get it rented. The good thing is, 3 or 4 months later here, he's fully booked for 6 months. The income alone is taking care of the loan that he has with us. Once again, we have someone who has a stale property sitting there. He was bootstrapping it. The money kind of dried up. He needed the money to finish it just so he could get the income because all it was doing was eating him, like monthly payments to his mortgage, monthly payments. Also understanding he's not getting the income. A quick loan from us, second position, helped him finish this project. So here's another example of finish a project loan. We helped someone who had a construction loan with a bank. This construction loan was one of those good ones. It's an old one that went from construction to permanent, which means they gave him the money to build it, and then it was going to convert into a permanent loan at 3%. But the bank had stalled it because he went over budget. He needed to bring more money into the project to get the bank back on track. He came to us and said, can I borrow $60,000? That gets the project on track where the bank will finish the project with their construction loan. Once they're done, then the bank will give him that 3% for the next, I think it was only a 5-year term. He's able to finish it with our finish the project loan, keeps the great loan that he has, and then when he's all done, he gets a CO, they convert it to a permanent loan, he pays us off with a new HELOC. We have 3 different scenarios here. We have someone who was bootstrapping the whole construction himself, ran out of money, banks won't lend because it's half done. He had no other lien on it, we did a loan there. We have someone who's trying to finish a short-term rental, has a traditional loan, we come into second position. We have another construction loan that is just stalled. The money's still there in the construction loan to finish it, but it ran over budget a little bit. So we're just filling that gap. We're finishing that project so he can move on. The fourth is probably the most common, and it's working with fix and flippers. A client of ours, we'll just call him PS, he had a house. He had a flip. He had too many flips going actually. And this house had been sitting for over 6 months. And all he needed was $25,000 to finish the kitchen, finish the floors and the paint, and get it back on the market. So we were able to come in behind another hard money loan because he had a hard money loan on it. We gave him $25,000 to finish the project in less than 3 weeks. He got the cabinets in, he got it painted, get the floors in, put it on the market. Under contract in a week. Sold within another 3 to 4 weeks, and we were paid off. For the last 6 months, he was just making mortgage payments, hard money payments, taxes, utilities, everything. Money going out, no money ever coming in, and he was stalled because he didn't have the 25 grand to finish the project. That's where our loans finish the project loans. That's why we call them that, is that's what we're here to do. Any project you have that's for investment or construction, we could help you with that, first, second, or third, as long as we are in a safe position. As I mentioned, that is our goal, is to provide the financing that the big lenders, the big private lenders, and or banks don't do. It's to fill those small gaps, to do these private finish your project loans, whatever you call it, wherever there is a need. That's why you need to reach out to us, see if we could help. We'll put our email below, send us your project, and we'll get right back to you and see what we could do to help you.